Welcome to Chamber Chats, a weekly series by the West Monroe West Ouachita Chamber of Commerce highlighting our valued members. As always, find out more about the Chamber and our members online at westmonroechamber.org. Special thanks to our Season 2 title sponsor, Ouachita Valley Federal Credit Union. And now, this week's episode of Chamber Chats.
Welcome to this episode of Chamber Chats, filmed live here at Louisiana Delta Community College. I'm so excited today to be joined with my friend Amy Keifenheim with Boys and Girls Club. Hey, Amy.
Hey, Chris. Thanks for having me.
Well, we're so thrilled to have you. So, first of all, tell us about Boys and Girls Club and its mission.
So, the Boys and Girls Club of North Louisiana has 3 different regions: Northeast, North Central, and Northwest.
Okay.
Our mission is to provide a safe and protective environment for kids with a positive experience every day.
And what's the primary audience of kids? What are their ages?
So we go from 5 up to 13
wow.
now in the units in Northeast Louisiana.
And how long has Boys and Girls Club been serving, let's say, West Monroe?
So West Monroe is the actual oldest chartered Boys and Girls Club in Louisiana.
Oh, how cool.
Since 1962.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, and they've been in their current location on 500 Evergreen Street since 1972.
Oh, so there's a legacy of
Yes.
people that have been through that program. So 1972,
Yes.
even my age group, there's a
yes.
legacy.
Oh, yes, most definitely. And there's people that I talked to today that I had no idea went to a Boys and Girls Club that are
Yeah.
amazing people in our community.
Absolutely. Do you think that when you run into those people, do you think Boys and Girls Club leaves a lasting fingerprints on those individuals?
Most definitely. I'm new to the role, and they've
Uh-huh.
actually, those that have shared with me that they are a Boys and Girls Club kid.
Yeah.
They tell me all kinds of stories. I've actually toured a few of them through the building because they haven't been there in years.
Right.
And they're like, oh, this used to be this, and this used to be this, and they can tell me exactly what they did every day when they were there.
So a very lasting
Very
imprint.
much so.
So you said you're new to the role. Tell me, what have you learned? Is there anything that surprised you about what Boys and Girls Club is doing?
All of the different services we provide. Some
Sure.
of the kids, the kids at our units in Northeast Louisiana, they leave every day with a full meal. And because some of them may not get one at home. And
Yeah.
so that meal is the next thing they're going to have until they go to school the next day.
Yeah.
So that was something that I wasn't aware of that we provided.
Sure.
And it's an amazing thing because those kids walking out with a plate full of food, like, it's so funny because you never know what it's going to be either.
Yeah, your family and my family are very similar. As like, we want to feed people.
Oh, yes.
Right?
Most
and
definitely.
so, yeah, food insecurity is thankfully foreign to me, but it's daunting. It's pernicious because it's throughout the community, and a lot of people we wouldn't assume are having a problem. But yeah, having those kids have a hot meal too.
Yes.
It's not just
Right.
like, here's your sandwich. Or
Yeah,
something.
it's not like just a bag of chips or anything like that. It's
Right.
a full meal.
Yeah.
And then they also get a snack when they come to the Boys and Girls Club and stuff
Right.
too. The relationships that it fosters. I mean, our workers, they sit there and they coach the kids on how to play with each other and how to get along and if they're having issues and things like that.
Yeah.
And encouraging them to step out of their comfort zone and do something different.
So I would think that being underprivileged, socioeconomically disadvantaged, there's a lot of other consequences. So histories of abuse or neglect or some things like that. Unfortunately, but do you guys have counselors, or how do you integrate into those specific roles?
We actually do have social workers that work with the clubs.
Yeah.
A lot of them do their internships with us.
Got it.
And they help guide. I mean, for an example, we had a little boy, he's having issues with getting along with some of the kids. And so we pulled him to the side last night, yesterday afternoon actually. There was an incident, and sat there and talked to him, asked him what's going on at home.
What are the underlying
Yeah,
issues?
why
Yeah.
is it that you're not getting along with the kids sitting next to you? And that he was perfectly fine after that for the day, so we'll see how it works today when he comes.
So I think a lot of times for kids, I mean, not that I have a profound experience, but it's just
both,
feeling,
really.
yeah, but it's feeling heard. I mean, that's where they are just people. You know,
Yep.
people want to be heard and feel engaged and listened to and valued, and like that they have substance. You know,
Yeah,
that
and
they
every
make a
day when they
difference.
get off the bus at the Boys and Girls Club, there's someone that greets them at the door that they know. They high five. They're called by name. It's somebody that they know cares about them and has that endearing interaction with them. And
Yeah.
there's always somebody in the Boys and Girls Club that works there that each kid's going to go to. Some of them have their favorites. Some of
Sure.
them don't. Some of them they'll even come in my office, and I really don't work with the kids that much.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's great when they get off that bus and they give a high five, even to me when I'm the
Yeah.
one at the door.
Yeah.
So
So, but it's not, the Boys and Girls Club is supported by the community. So how do businesses, how does the community get involved, help support your mission?
So we have multiple different types of fundraisers. We have Boys and Girls Clubs. We do a golf tournament that will be coming up May 31st.
Okay.
Super fun at Frenchman's Bend. That one's one of our long-standing ones.
Yeah.
We also provide this Boys and Girls Club football club program. It's youth football. It's on the west side, so West Monroe schools and West Washita schools, young youth. That's a program that we look for sponsors for to help defray the costs that we provide for a community resource. We also do a youth sports banquet to honor those coaches, the volunteer coaches. And it's not just in our organization, it's the parish-wide. So MCAL coaches in the Monroe City Sports League, anybody, all sports as well. You can also give directly. I take sponsorships and grants. We are a national organization, which helps in the fact that this Saturday we kick off a national partnership with Ross Dress for Less.
Got it.
Because we have one here locally. If you donate there, that money comes to our local Boys and Girls Club.
Wow.
So there's so many avenues. We do a letter campaign where we just send a letter and tell you what we're doing. And if you'd like to send us a check or go online, you can do it that way. Yeah, we do. All of our employees are paid. We don't depend on volunteers to provide these resources for the kids. So,
well, I think that's critical, though, in making sure that they have continuity in their experience.
Yep, most definitely, and it's stability, and it's someone that they can get comfortable with.
Yeah.
Because somebody shows up for a paycheck every day.
That's right. So, Boys and Girls Club, talk to us about that West Monroe location. It has a pool, it has a gym, it has all kinds of stuff. Many people have probably not been there, so tell us a little bit about the infrastructure and what the kids experience.
So this time of year we have an after-school program. The kids get dropped off at 2:50. We have a gymnasium. We have an art room. We have a computer lab. We have a games room that has pool tables and such in it. We have a small kids classroom because we keep the little 5 to 8 year olds a little bit sequestered from the 12 and 13 year olds. We have a massive gym. We also have the pool that's utilized during the summer. So we do a summer program. The summer program runs 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Oh, wow. It's
5 days a week. Yes, it is. And so it's a much more extensive. The place is hopping a little bit more during summertime, and there's definitely a lot more activity during the summer program. So that's when the pool comes into play.
If people maybe can't give monetarily, what are other ways for them to get involved in Boys and Girls Club?
Honestly, our kids need everything.
Okay.
They need clothes, they need shoes. Right now, I've been talking to a few church groups that are going to collect to help us give the kids some new shoes. We need sports equipment for those summer programs and to use in the gym and such. Arts and crafts supplies, anything to help us defray the cost of putting on these programs is welcomed. They do school supplies. We do a backpack drive every year right when school starts.
I think that's a big mission to make sure that they're well prepared to go to school.
Yes, most definitely. And we refill those supplies throughout the year.
Oh, wow.
Because we know that they're not, what we give them at the beginning isn't going to actually necessarily last the semester.
So, Amy, in your role, what brings you joy now? Like, what's motivating you?
Oh, honestly, just seeing the kids' faces when there's something new.
Okay.
A couple weeks ago, we had some kids that their shoes were in rough shape, and we had a parent brought in some clothes that their kids had outgrown, and we were able to help a couple of them out. This past week, we actually took the kids to a Eula men's basketball game.
Oh, wow.
It was we had a sponsor that covered our tickets and our concessions, and seeing those kids' faces when they walked in Fant Ewing, because they had never been there before, was really priceless to show them where they could go.
Yeah. Opportunity is literally in your backyard.
Yes, most definitely. Oh, yes. And our kids, a lot of them don't get out of the neighborhood we're in.
Sure.
So giving them opportunity and showing them what they could what they need to be working towards.
There's life outside the perceived walls.
Exactly.
Wow.
And activity, and there's fun stuff to do.
That's exciting. That really actually is very exciting.
It was super fun. The kids, they got to meet Miss ULM the other night.
Oh, cool.
Of course, the run out of the men's basketball team is very theatrical with the sparks and stuff.
Sure.
It was a lot of fun because you see those kids throwing basketballs in the gymnasium at the club, and they actually got to see the college kids actually playing each other in a hard-nosed game. So.
Yeah.
It's fun.
So, how would people find out more or contact you at Boys and Girls Club to get involved?
Yeah, so we have a website, bgcofnl.org.
Okay.
So that is just North Louisiana, and it's all in there. My email is listed there as well. My
Okay.
last name's a little complicated, so
Yeah.
we're not going to spell it.
You win at Scrabble.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, the website's the easiest. You can actually donate there. You can,
Okay.
and then all of my information is located there too under our staff directory.
Fantastic. Well, thank you for what you're doing. Thank you for providing us a little insight into what's going on at Boys and Girls Club. And like I said, we're always a proud supporter of everything that you're doing
Yes.
up there. So
Thank you guys so much.
thanks for joining us on this episode of Chamber Chat. Stay tuned for more episodes highlighting members, nonprofits, and our board connections. Filmed live here at Louisiana Delta Community College. Thanks.